So anyone that's out there that's been paying attention understands that OpenAI, ChatGPT, Anthropic, Claude, Google, Gemini, they're coming for your business if you're an enterprise. They're coming and they're already getting business from you, enterprise customers. I fully expect this to continue. I fully expect that their aggressive approach to the market is going to accelerate. I fully expect a very highly competitive landscape. Now, these are probably all obvious things, but hear me when I tell you this. If you're an enterprise customer and you are considering, interested in, which most of you are, ChatGPT Enterprise, Claude Enterprise, Gemini Enterprise, you have to ensure that before you strike any deal, I don't care if it's even a free scenario, you have to make sure that you have the right relationship in place, the right commitments, the right investments, the right access to individuals associated with rollouts, getting full value, all things, transparency, the right pricing, discounting, volume structures, future credit or token drawdown commitments, and the cost profiles, future price protections, flexibility, all the things I spend so much time talking about and have over the years. Now it's time to focus in on OpenAI and Anthropic and Google, but let's talk OpenAI, let's talk Anthropic for a minute. Many of you probably heard at Davos last week, World Economic Forum, you have OpenAI getting up there and their CFO Sarah Fryer, talking about that 40% of OpenAI's business is driven from enterprises, right? Just back of the envelope math. If their revenue is about 20 billion, 40% of that would be 8 billion. Okay, that's pretty massive. Anthropic, Dario is up there talking about, CEOs talking about the fact that 80% of their business, so revenue around 9 billion, 80% of that gets you to about 7.25 billion, massive, comes from enterprises. They talk about the fact, both of these vendors talk about the fact that they have to shift to the enterprise, obviously, because of their capital expenditures, how much it costs to build and facilitate and drive these businesses. They talked about that they're gonna have to cover those expenses, but not to mention the fact that the government is talking about there isn't gonna be bailouts. So they're gonna be targeting you enterprise customers aggressively. In fact, they both said it during the World Economic Forum to the investment community, to everybody, like, look, we're gonna go after the enterprise because that's how we can make money. That's how we can create sticky customers. That's how we can make money longer term. So they need you. So I'm gonna be spending a lot of time on this, all right? Additional content, additional videos, whatever I possibly can do from my vessel to ensure that all you enterprise customers are getting the right deal, the right investments, all the things I talked about. A lot of things I've been talking about applying to other vendors. Because trust me, when someone like OpenAI brings in Denise Dresser, former CEO of Slack, right? Leading sales organizations at Salesforce. When Anthropic brings in Paul Smith as the chief commercial officer, former executive at ServiceNow and Microsoft, right? These are all tells. Not to mention what they just said last week. So trust me when I tell you this, create the right environment competitively, assess it and make them earn your business, but do not sign anything without all the right transparency, everything I'm talking about and will be talking about. Make them earn that business, because once they get your business, once they get your market share, if you're not set up longer term, they are going to win. They are going to win and they know that. So please hear me, please pay attention, more to come on this. But again, OpenAI, ChatGPT Enterprise, Anthropic, Claude Enterprise, Google Gemini, they're coming for your business. They need your business. Now let's make them earn it.